April. I'm a member of our marketing team, and today I'm going to be making a plant-based hors d'oeuvre. This one is vegan. We're going to be making like a sweet, savory kind of snack. Not necessarily healthy, but it's a good thing for vegans and omnivores because you can't really tell that it's vegan, and a lot of times when you have plant-based dieters, they're kind of like an afterthought, or people just think that they'll have fruit and vegetables, and a lot of times vegans or plant-based dieters feel a little left out. And so that's why we're gonna make this one, just so that you can have something that you could make start to finish in about a half hour for your vegan and plant-based friends. So first we took some pie crust and we just cut them into small squares, and we're gonna line a tin with the little pie crusts after spraying it down with some cooking spray so that it doesn't stick. Just to make these little crevices, which we are going to fill. And a cool thing about pie crust is that it's really versatile this time of year for appetizers. You can fill this with ham and Swiss, you could fill it with something like Nutella and nuts, or you can do what we're gonna do today, which is just like a creamy cheese. We're gonna use Kite Hill, which is an almond-based cream cheese with a little bit of spread. If you have some cranberry or like some spiced cherry, that's yummy this time of year, but we found this red fruit spread that looks like it's just a mixture of different jellies. And so what we're gonna do first is just spoon a little bit of the cream cheese into each crevice. So an interesting thing about pie filling or about puff pastry dough is that it's naturally vegan, so you don't have to worry about it having dairy or eggs. So it makes for a really easy appetizer. And then we're just gonna, on top of that, layer some of this fruit spread. This one is a mixed fruit spread, but like I said, cranberry is fun and festive this time of year. You can use raspberry, you can use cherry, make your own. These are a really versatile little snack. And I've got the oven preheated to 375, so once the oven is hot and ready to go, these should only take 15 to 20 minutes in there. And the last step that I'm gonna do is just garnish it with some nuts. If you can find hazelnuts this time of year, it's really pretty. These are just some crushed pecans. Just gonna add a little bit of a savory, crunchy bite to the top. And one more thing I'm gonna do, just so that they don't dry out, is I'm just gonna hit it with a bit more cooking spray. And pop it in the oven. And that should just take between 15 and 20 minutes, and I will garnish it with some fresh thyme when I'm done, and they are ready to go.
I'm Megan. I am a nurse practitioner. I work in the medical weight loss clinic, and today I'll be making a holiday board made with tomatoes and mozzarella cheese. They'll be shaped in a Christmas wreath. So to start off with, I've got some tomato slices here and some mozzarella slices. So I'm just going to take the tomato slices and alternate with the mozzarella, and it works good on the round board because I'm going to just do it in a circle here. So this is a great low carbohydrate option, and low carb foods are great for managing insulin resistance and diabetes and just managing weight in general. So these are all great low carb options. It's kind of a myth that tomatoes are high in carbohydrates. They're actually not high in carbohydrates. Anything too much in excess will, add up those carbohydrates, but in moderation, tomatoes are a great option as a low carb snack. I'm going to use these cherry tomatoes and the mozzarella balls to just kind of garnish it and kind of add some ornaments to the wreath. So I'm just going to add these throughout. The cheese is a great low carb option that also is a good source of protein. I'm going to garnish it with some rosemary, thyme, and basil. So I'm just going to add these just to add some garnish to it, kind of make it look a little bit kind of festive. And adding some of these garnishes is a great way to add flavor to meals or dishes without adding salt. And then I'm going to drizzle it with some olive oil and some this balsamic glaze. So I'll just drizzle that over top. This is a great dish that's kind of festive as you're hosting guests or family and friends. That is a low carb option and is cute to look at as well.
Hi, my name is Lexi Jex. I am a dietitian with Ogden Clinic, but I work in the medical weight loss division. Today we're going to be making a gluten-free and dairy-free charcuterie board for the holidays. Dairy-free and gluten-free is typical for people with a lot of GI disorders or food allergies, so it's great to have different options when you're having lots of different people over for the holiday. We're going to start out placing our bowls because it's kind of hard to work on the board when you don't know where everything's going to be placed yet. So I just place 1 or 2 bowls. They're going to hold sauces or nuts or olives, kind of whatever you decide to put into that bowl. The next we're gonna start out with our meat because that's classic of a charcuterie board. Charcuterie actually stands for pork in French. I don't know if many people know that, but you can kind of do any meat that you like. Today we picked calabrese, prosciutto, and coppa, so like basically a variety of salami and different pork meats. So we'll start off by placing those on the board. You can just take a couple of each, kind of put them wherever you see fit. I'm just gonna kind of weave it around the bowls here. Kind of like this. Next is the cheese. So we got a vegan cheese today. It was already pre-sliced, which was awesome. Vegan cheese can be a little stinky, tastes a little bit weird, but there's tons of different brands, so just pick one that you're comfortable with. We just cut it up into little cubes here, and we're just gonna place this next to the meat, just kind of down. What's fun about this, you can make it crazy, you can make it more organized and symmetrical. It's kind of up to you. We have a lot that we're putting on this board today though, so I'm gonna keep it kind of minimal. So next I'm gonna do our crackers. It's pretty typical to have with meat and cheese. These ones are simple mills. They're made from almond flour, so there's no gluten in it. These ones are the rosemary and salt flavor. They're super yummy. I'm just offsetting the meat with some of these crackers here. Next, we're going to do nuts. These are a great source of protein. If you have people that don't really eat meat either, these can be another great source to get some protein and healthy fats in. So we're gonna go ahead and just sprinkle some on here. Just like this. So, to counter all the savory, I like to include fruit or something sweet, and fruit just adds a lot of color to the charcuterie board as well. So today we have raspberries and blackberries that will kind of just, set throughout the charcuterie board. Other options, could be strawberries, you could do grapes, kind of whatever your guys' preference are for your family. And all fruit is gluten and dairy free, so that's a win as well. Okay, so next we have olives to add to this. I like to put these in a bowl because they can roll around a lot. These ones are green olives, they're stuffed, garlic, looks like other herbs are on there too. They look super yummy. You could use lots of different olives. Greek olives are a common one, kind of different for the holidays too. So we will just add some into this bowl here with a spoon. And also a great form of healthy fat. They're high in omega-3s, which is great for our body. So including that is awesome as well, and adds green, which is a new color. Okay, and then lastly we have pesto. So pesto is made from pine nuts. There's gonna be no dairy in this sauce. It can be great for dipping, just to add a little bit of different flavor. So we're gonna put it in the other little bowl on this board as well. Okay, so we're just gonna spoon some in here. In a super small amount of time, you can make a really beautiful dish to share for the holidays, and all of these will be safe for our gluten-free and dairy-free people that you have over. Thank you for joining us for the holiday board segment tonight.
Whether it's your vegan friends ensuring that they have a treat to eat,
or your gluten-free and dairy-free friends with a different charcuterie board.
And the low carb, the wreath board is great for people who are doing a low carb diet that's also festive and flavorful as well.
Happy holidays!
Thank you for joining us for the holiday board segment tonight.